Hello and welcome to TNM News in a nutshell. I'm Priyanka Thirumurthy and we bring you the latest updates from South India at 10:30 a.m. every morning and 6:30 p.m. every evening. Let me start today with Tamil Nadu. A very worrying news for students of the state, of course, is regarding the examinations for the final examinations which have now been cancelled. And we know that arrear exams specifically, Tamil Nadu government has said that they will not be held except for the final year students. And while students may temporarily rejoice at this fact, educationalists and experts say that this is not the right way for the government to handle this. They have called this even unethical, if I may quote former Anna University Vice Chancellor Balaguruswamy. So here are the 3 points that experts have put forth as far as cancellation of arrear exams is concerned. The first point that they have said is that it's unethical because a lot of these universities are autonomous and the government cannot decide whether or not they conduct these examinations. The second point put forth by Madras University Professor Ramu Manivannan is of course the fact that at the end of the day, these exams do not have to necessarily be conducted in a manner where students have to be physically present. Instead, the exams could be conducted in a way where there is not much mass interaction. A solution could have been found, is what he says, even if the centers are not accessible to some alternate methods could have been done for the same. And the third point put forth, of course, by Mr. Gopal Malviya, a former professor of Madras University, is that there could be political ambition behind this decision to cancel arrears. So what he has said is that at the end of the day, the Tamil Nadu elections are coming up next year and secure votes from the youth by seeming sympathetic to their cause. But he says that while today this may seem like a great opportunity for the youth to skip arrear exams, tomorrow it will also bring into question whether they understand concepts, subjects, and also he says it's not fair to students who have actually worked very hard and who have not actually accumulated any arrears. Moving to the next story from Tamil Nadu, good news for those for short periods of time, especially on business. The government has said that those who are travelling for business for just about 3 days will not have to face any kind of quarantine measures and that they will be allowed to leave the city again within 72 hours. This is to boost economy and tourism, is what the government has said. Third news, worrying news regarding COVID-19 is of course the fact that Kanyakumari MP H. Vasantakumar is currently critical in Apollo hospitals in Chennai. He had been admitted on August 10th with COVID-19 symptoms. He is currently on both ECMO and ventilator and his condition as defined by the hospital is critical. He is of course the founder of one of Tamil Nadu's largest retail chains for appliances, home appliances, and we are keeping track of his health and making sure that we will bring you any updates regarding his status and how he is fighting COVID-19. So moving now to Karnataka, a horrifying piece of news coming in from Hassan district in Karnataka, a case of murder and necrophilia. It's horrific to even describe what has happened, and it has been caught on CCTV. A man with a white shirt and blue jeans is seen dropping some kind of a cement slab on a woman's head, a homeless woman who is sleeping outside a closed store. There is someone else next to her, but when he comes back again in that video, the person next to her has left and this woman is struggling for her life. He then drops a cement block on her head again, and when he knows that she has passed away, he then goes on to rape her. The police are on the lookout for this man. They have the CCTV footage and they are trying to nab the accused as soon as possible. And the other news from Karnataka, of course, is the fact that retired Justice H.S. Kempana has actually been appointed as Claims Commissioner to assess the public damage caused to the KJ Halli and DG Halli police stations in Bengaluru following the riots on August 11th. So what the Chief Minister had said earlier is that those responsible for the damages will in fact be paying for them. We know that the riots were caused by communally charged and provocative messages on social media, and the police stations were vandalized and there was arson where cars were even burnt down. So this is the compensation, this is the money that they will be looking to retrieve from those responsible for the riot itself. Moving on to Andhra Pradesh, now police have registered a case of suspicious death in concern to the death of a man named Om Pratap in Chittoor district. He had allegedly abused Jagan Mohan Reddy and his followers were clearly ticked off by this. and they are suspecting that he took his own life, I beg your pardon, because he was being harassed by followers of Jagan Mohan Reddy and YSRCP leaders and the police. However, his family has been very hostile as far as this investigation is concerned. Even a day before his death, he's actually put out a video questioning why Jagan Mohan Reddy has increased the taxes levied on alcohol, and he said that he had voted for this leader but was disappointed with him. And worrying information coming in from Telangana, of course, is the fact that over 5,600 police officials have tested positive and 43 deaths have been recorded just among policemen. We know that they have ramped up testing, and it is only natural that there will be more cases, and policemen being frontline workers are bound to be out there and in contact with people. But we are hoping that most of these policemen will recover quickly and be able to come back to service. And finally, in Kerala, we all know that the news in all our minds is the Swapna Suresh smuggling case, and yesterday we know that Anil Nambiar of Janam TV was questioned regarding this case. So what Swapna has told the investigating officials is that she had sought as far as bringing in the gold was concerned. In fact, he apparently told her that she should make sure she gets a statement from the UAE Consulate General which says that the bag of gold is not a diplomatic bag. He has denied this and said that the media is creating false news against him, but he has decided to temporarily stay away from Janam TV till his name is cleared in this case. So these are the top updates from South India, and we have detailed reports and more in our website www.thenewsminute.com. For now, this is Priyanka Thirumurthy reporting from Chennai for TNM.